Think a great white shark is the ocean's deadliest predator, or that a grizzly bear is the king of the forest? Think again. The creatures ruling our planet today are just faint echoes of the titans that once roamed the earth. They were bigger, stronger, and more terrifying than anything you can possibly imagine. We're about to introduce you to the kind of monsters that would make a T-Rex look like a house pet. These aren't just animals, they were the undisputed rulers of a lost world. Titans of land, sea, and air. So unbelievably powerful, it's a good thing they're long gone. Get ready to meet the creatures you'll be glad are extinct. First, let's dive into the ancient oceans. Where the top predator was a shark that makes the great white look like a goldfish, meet Megalodon. Growing up to 60 feet long and weighing as much as 50 tons, this was the largest predatory shark that has ever lived. It didn't just snack on fish, it hunted whales, using its 7-inch teeth and an unbelievable bite force to simply crush its prey. For perspective, today's great white shark is less than half its size. But sharks weren't the only terror in the deep. Imagine a 33-foot-long fish wrapped in thick, bony armor. Now, take away its teeth and replace them with self-sharpening bone plates that worked like a guillotine. That was Dunkleosteus. This armored menace had one of the most powerful bites in history. Capable of snapping other armored fish and early sharks clean in half, fossil evidence even suggests it was a cannibal, turning on its own kind when other food was scarce. And if that wasn't enough, how about a scorpion the size of a person? In the freshwater swamps swam Echolopterus, sea scorpion that grew up to 8.5 feet long, making it the largest arthropod ever discovered. With its massive claws, it sat at the top of its food chain, slicing up fish and anything else unlucky enough to cross its path. Think the water was scary? Until you see what was slithering on land. After the dinosaurs, the title for the world's largest snake went to Titanoboa, and in the jungles of what is now South America. This colossal serpent stretched up to 50 feet long and weighed over a ton. That's more than double the length of the biggest anacondas today and about 5 times heavier. It was a constrictor so powerful it hunted giant crocodiles. Speaking of crocodiles, let's talk about the super croc, Sarcosuchus. This ancient beast was a true giant. Reaching up to 40 feet long and weighing up to 8 tons, it lurked in the rivers of Africa, and with a 6-foot-long skull lined with 132 teeth. It was larger than most of the dinosaurs in its environment. An ambush predator of this size was more than capable of snatching dinosaurs from the water's edge. But the most terrifying creatures weren't all predators. Picture a plant eater with 3-foot-long claws on each hand. That's Therizinosaurus, this bizarre dinosaur whose name means scythe lizard, had the longest claws of any animal in history. While it probably used them to pull down branches for a leafy meal, those nightmarish claws would have made any carnivore think twice. They were a deadly, built-in warning to back off. Of course, the danger wasn't just on the ground. Soaring in the skies above the T-Rex was Quetzalcoatlus, the largest flying animal of all time. It had a wingspan of up to 36 feet as wide as a small airplane end. When it stood on the ground, it was as tall as a giraffe. This pterosaur would launch itself 8 feet straight into the air to take off before gliding for miles, hunting for small dinosaurs below. And finally, something pulled from a nightmare. Imagine a millipede. Now, imagine it's the size of a car. Arthroplura, the largest land invertebrate ever, grew to be over 8 feet long. It roamed the forests of North America and Europe. And while it was most likely a herbivore, can you even imagine stumbling across a segmented many-legged bug that big on a hike? These creatures really pushed the limits of what we thought was possible for life on our planet. It's a wild reminder that we are just one small chapter in Earth's incredibly long and epic story. If you found these prehistoric monsters as fascinating as we do, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribe for more journeys into our world's greatest mysteries. From the way-leading Megalodon to the dinosaur-snatching Sarcosuchus, the prehistoric world was a seriously terrifying place. These animals were the undisputed masters of their time. Apex predators on a scale that's hard to even wrap your head around today. It really makes you wonder, what other giants are still buried, just waiting to be discovered? Which of these creatures are you most glad is extinct? Let us know in the comments below.